my little pantry of delights. The universe just doesn't want me to organise my life. That's what I keep telling myself, which is why I live in complete chaos. Wow, my outfit is really giving day in the life of a regular person. I will refresh myself, but it's 10 AM and I wanted to get the ball rolling. Little preface, I do have a child in the background playing with some coins, accompanied by other baby sounds. So that's the rattling that you will be hearing in this vlog. We are beginning today's vlog here in this corner, what is apparently a remaining calm. How many times can I begin this sentence? We are here apparently for a pantry organisation. See, that wasn't so hard, and yet it is when you have children. Here for a pantry organisation of sorts. I will divulge further details as the video moves on. Oh, can I have that please? That's the way. Oh, thank you. It's less noisy when you put it on a soft cushiony surface, isn't it? Anyway, you know the drill. I just can't be looking like this on camera. Not that there's anything wrong with looking like you've just gotten out of bed and haven't moisturized, but I don't want to act like I've just gotten out of bed and haven't moisturized. So I'm going to fix this and then we will commence. Whoa, that's so many coins. Thank you. Thank you for your patience and understanding during this trying time. Whoa, that's too many. What? My hand can't hold that much. No. I agree with you. I agree with you, my love. Yes. It's nice, isn't it, when you make the bed? Yes. You've got your coins here too. Oh, thank you. Yes. This kid's really not letting the coins go. Next non-essential life dilemma to be solved today. What to wear when organising. Gosh, this really is a state. In fact, this might be my next organisation project. I think I'll go for some old basics. I do not have the mental capacity to think about my outfit more than I already have today. This is a very old matching set from a brand called Kookai, of which I don't actually shop anymore, but they do really good basics that are double lined. So if there's anything you want to be concealing under tight clothing, this is like shapewear and casual wear in one. Thrown over a really old cardigan that I think was actually my mother's and decided to tuck it under the crop top just to break up the midsection a little bit. This is a bit tighter than what I would have wanted to wear today. However, I think comfortable and stretchy is the smartest option when doing household chores, and I just wanted something that wasn't leggings. And this fit the bill. So altogether this outfit is probably, gosh, 15 years old. That's right, just as old as I look. That's okay, I no longer want to look 15 anymore. 15 was filled with acne and Sailor Moon comic books and fantasizing about tuxedo masks that I never had. LD lip balm, Juicy lip balm by Tarte. Do you know what I've just realised? I never wear less than 2 lipsticks at a time. Just made me think I've never found my perfect shade. Oh, the tragedy of it all. Found some cards. And We're back, minus the matcha latte, which I'm a little sad about. So, the question on everyone's lips, I'm sure. Oh, you found another one. Good job, put it back. If I can get a word in at all during this vlog. Where is the pantry? Well, let me show you. For those of you who live in tiny premises, what is the plural for premises? You live in tiny premises. That's a word, isn't it? For those of you who live in smaller homes or live with lots of people and therefore are tight on space, one can make technically a pantry out of quite almost anything. Another random 3 interruptions in the last 5 minutes. It's just one of those days. The universe just doesn't want me to organize my life. That's what I keep telling myself, which is why I live in complete chaos. So, back to what is a very unlikely pantry. This is a little wooden storage unit. So it actually has a white panel for the base and then a beautiful timber top. This was rather inexpensive and was intended for the use of storing the children's excess toys, of which this is how it began. However, I actually do a lot of my work in this space here. There's a little old rocking chair right next to me that's beaten up and covered in fluff basically and torn to pieces, but everyone has their old favorite chair, and this is where I spend a lot of time doing work. And whilst I work, you know, I must always be packing some snacking. So this has now become my little pantry of delights. So here I store all the goods that I use for my healthy baking, smoothies, everyday snacks, granolas, flours, keto, low carb, no sugar, all that fun stuff. It's all stored separately. I have decided to do this because the children would often dive into the regular pantry and start picking up snack bars that have soy proteins and whey proteins and things they shouldn't be consuming and thinking it's perhaps a muesli bar. So I had to put them out of sight. Another very key reason why I actually, well, I'd call it a personal pantry, is that our regular pantry is obviously shared by other members of the house who don't really like to keep things in the order of which I would like it to be kept. And yes, you can see the absolute irony in this. This is not how I want this to be kept. This has become a place where you're in a hurry, so you just grab whatever you've thrown in there and close the door, and then you don't see it. It's really a great storage solution because it keeps everything neat and tidy, much like the rug in your corridor. Out of sight, out of mind. However, as soon as you lift it up is where you see the remnants of your neglect. So I'm going to fix this today, and yes, I am far, far past the trend of pantry organization. Yes, it was a huge thing in COVID. I actually started collecting all my canisters during that time, but just never got around to actually doing the deed. So today is that day, and I hope we're all still excited about pantry organization. And no, this isn't the first time I've done it. I've organized our family pantry, of which we all share, 3 times before over the years, and every time I've done it, including all the labeling, this is before it was a thing. I just wanted our space to be a bit more understood. Every time it was undone by the other members of the household, who would then just put whatever they wished in whatever section, and it just got out of control and chaotic, and then basically I gave up. But if I can control just one space at a time, that would make me mentally a lot more of a stable person, I believe, and would also fill me with great joy. So share the joy with me in creating a pantry out of this floor cupboard situation. I swear my vlogs are getting more and more creative and odd as they go along. Then we will cut to what must be for you some real riveting content, folks. A good old-fashioned time lapse. Haven't gotten far, of course, for a little chocolate break for a certain someone who's very curious about the snacks hiding in this pantry, which I don't blame you. Here you go. Here you are. Yum. Chocolate.
Chocolate? Did you say chocolate?
Yes, sir. With or without nuts.
Chocolate? Chocolate! Chocolate!
Take it from there. Good boy. Chocolate. I think Mummy's gonna have one too. Gee, I haven't had a Raffaello. It's like a coconut covered white chocolate wafer. That's good. Alright, let's continue. What have you found? Okay, we've gotten to the base layers of the cupboard and gotten very excited about what was originally in here. So we've got some crafts, we've got some timetable bits, a bit of a tumbling tower, imitation Jenga, and lots and lots of sticker activity books. We'll empty this and give it a good clean, and then we can start reloading. Just had to show you, my child has bitten this clean in half. This is what the inside of a Raffaello looks like. Pure indulgence. Yum. Okay, bye. You want some more? Have fun with your new toys. He's so cute. When have baby wipes never not saved anyone's life? I'm not going to consider this a massive contribution to waste. It only took 2 baby wipes to refurbish this space. Totally justified. Phase 1 complete. Phase 2 is gonna sting a little. Okay, anyone into canister ASMR? This segment's for you. One disappointing thing for those people who are very into home organisation and making things look really cohesive. I would love, and I aspire to be one of those people. However, today is not that day, as you can hear. We have a lot of things going on. Not to mention we have a bit of a limit on resources, so we're making do with what we have. Now, I have made a vague attempt to be a little bit more, I can't find the word. Cohesive is the only word I can conjure up right now. Or matchy-matchy, for those of us who it's a bit easier for us to get that. Hello. Yes, hello. Okay, like I said, the universe just doesn't want me to organise my life. There's just been yet another interruption. I may have to pick up another child, and that's okay. We love children, we love our children. Just sometimes, you know, for a few hours once a week, Mummy might just want to organise something or work on something, but that's fine. We move on, we live. I say this all the time, and I do it. I follow through with what I say. On limited time resources, let's get to the other limited resources, which is in fact these canisters, because from looking around me, I think I'm going to be needing a lot more than what I have here, but that's okay. We began this project for the sake of beginning. Hopefully we can mostly finish it today. Let's begin with my favorite canisters. These were actually gifted. Now, they have numbers on them, so numbered 1 to 3 in these, that's a little better, in these sizes. They are a glass canister which has beautiful ribbing on the sides and a lovely rose gold top. My mum actually got this for me as a gift, so I am going to be definitely using them. I think I'm going to put some loose pieces in here like protein powders or nuts. This box is housing a few things. One of them being, I have these little acrylic scoops, which again might be handy for some of the loose items that I'll be storing. I've only got, I believe I've only got 4. I actually wanted wooden ones, but I couldn't find any in this size. I could only find really small ones for bath salts or ones that were just far too large. So if anyone out there knows any Amazon bits and pieces that come in wood, do let me know, or even a nice rose gold. These canisters I bought myself and have been collecting for quite some time and just haven't managed to use them yet. These are some poppy, like they're double sealed glass jars, and I do have a thing about glass. I would much rather use glass over plastic, although I do have some plastic options out of pure necessity, but much prefer glass. It's just cleaner and obviously more airtight and doesn't transfer any of that plasticky smell onto your food. Now, what I love about these is that you pop the middle. Oh, please work. Please, dear baby Jesus, work.
Tiny infant Jesus.
Hey, you know, sweetie, Jesus did grow up. You don't always have to call him baby. It's a bit odd and off-putting to pray to a baby.
Well, look, I like the Christmas Jesus best, and I'm saying grace.
Aha, okay. You pop it like so and remove the top and simply pour out your bits and pieces. I stayed away from jars that had that flippy lid because I know that would start to bother me. I wanted a lid that would come clean straight off and was basically easy to operate and lock, and have the option of 2 sizes at the moment. Then finally we have these still fresh in the plastic, these containers from Aldi, and what I liked about them is that they came with these little locking or double seal mechanisms on the top, and again, I really love the fact that they are easily removable and also double sealed. This lid ain't going anywhere. Also an excellent deterrent to little fingers trying to break into your snacks. We'll begin with the protein powders, the messiest of all the items here. I exclusively buy, I have now finally settled on a brand that I know, trust and love for my protein powders, which is Macro Mike. They're an Aussie brand and their protein powders are just beyond the most delicious I have ever tasted. So when they claim they have the best tasting protein powder in the universe, buy into that. It's true. Also Macro Mike, I'm a huge fan. If you'd love to sponsor, you know where I am. Only kidding, Macro Mike. You probably will never know who I am. I'm such an underling now. I have the 3 jars here and I kind of rotate between 3 protein powders. I've got a strawberry thick shake, an iced latte and a caramel cinnamon bun. And this actually works because these trio of jars will fit the 3 different sizes of protein that I buy them in. So I've got a kilo, 800 grams and then a 400 gram pack, and that will just slot in really nicely to these 3 different sized jars. Than I had anticipated. I'm now sitting not only in a pile of my own filth, but covered in a light dusting of iced latte and strawberry, which I have to admit is one of my favourite flavour combinations. Okay, the paper was counterproductive. I'm going to have to sweep it the old-fashioned way into my hand because my mum threw out our little broom and shovel, just, you know, the small one for collecting things like this. So now we are left in this situation. This is not the content that I wanted to be bringing you. Okay, I'm glad I actually got the protein powder out of the way first because that I think will be the messiest. Canistering today is another new word for the dictionary. Canistering, to put things into one's canister. Probably more a word for the Urban Dictionary. There they are, looking cute. Left the original scoops that came with protein powder in here because these acrylic ones were just far too large, which is kind of what I was worried about. But lesson learned, and you know, a pop of red never goes astray. Okay, let's get to something that I'm actually quite naive to and quite excited for, of which many of you might start to yawn. However, I don't know about y'all, but I have never properly labelled something with proper labels. I've just written on a piece of paper, written someone's name on it and stuck it to their water bottle. That's as far as it's gone for me. These are chalk labels and I've always wanted to use these. I've been dreaming about it for years and today is that day where I get to fulfill that fantasy. I have a choice between these kind of embellished ones, but I'm not sure if the width is going to fit on the top. You know, I think it might. Or I have these really plain ones. These are from Kmart, which could go on top just to make sure that we know what each one is. I actually thought the strawberry thick shake would be pink, and then I realized no, they're actually not really colored, these protein powders. They're more of a natural color, which is what you want. So now we have the big question. These don't come with a border, and I feel like because these jars are so fancy, these ones deserve a good border. So I'm going to try these ones. So the handwriting may not be all that, but oh my goodness, this is my first chalk label and it's crooked, but I love it. And I believe you can rub this off as well. This is actually, it's like a crayon, but chalk-like, I guess. And I just stole this from the Kmart labels here. A great idea to go through your own pantry, because if you're like me, you may get carried away with buying things that you already have. Hence why I think I have far too many protein collagen wafer snack bars. Oh, and collagen marshmallow bars. I just love a good snack. I have them quite frequently, so whenever they're on special I tend to stock up, which is why I think I have accumulated so many. So I think the largest canister, which I believe would probably be more typically for something like spaghetti, I think this is going to house my snack bars, as I started with the medium-sized container and realized it's just not, it's not happening. I've got a supermarket shelf here. Just enough room for one more. Perfect. I've got two of my favorite granolas here, but I can't be bothered separating them, so we're just going to combine them into one. I'm here, and I think I need a drink of water. This was the biggest thing I could find. Okay, you know how I often say, gee, you know, that was so quick, I wonder why I had put it off this long. Well, let me just tell you, it has taken me the better half of today to actually complete this, and it's still not complete because as suspected, I have run out of canisters officially, which is a good thing. So now I know where what is missing in my pantry repertoire, but we do have a nice array of canisters now that are all beautifully labelled, so I'll flip you around. And here they are, looking all, for lack of the better word, cohesive, lined up on the kitchen bench. This is just a beautiful sight for me. My aesthetic taste buds are all a-tingling over that. Not my actual taste buds, unfortunately, because I've had to forfeit my lunch to get this done, which is most often the case when I'm vlogging because of toddlers and phone calls and, you know, things to tend to in my regular life. This is not quite regular life. Well, it is. This is what I've been putting off and wanting to do for a while, and this was a wonderful excuse for you to encourage me to get it done. Alright, so let's open the treasure chest, which I think I will refer to it to right now because the children actually do treat this like a treasure chest, because my middle child likes to delve in here and see what he can find, and hopefully having all these jars will be a little bit of a deterrent, although this popping mechanism might be a little bit tempting. So anyway, let's get this into the treasure chest or our mini pantry and see how it all fits. Now, if this doesn't fill every one of you with some sense of joy or accomplishment, I don't know what will. I'll just explain some of my add-ins here. So these are obviously pre-packaged and pre-portioned veggie crisps. I have them in beetroot and shiitake mushrooms. They are so yummy. Also recently gotten into this brand, which is something to crow about, and they do keto flavored nuts. So I have them in maple walnut, and I haven't tried this one, which is the salted caramel cashew, but I have no doubt they'll be just as yummy. Again, I haven't got a home for these yet. These could probably be decanted into jars, but the crisps I'd prefer separate. So I refer to this as my little nut veggie garden. Then here we have some baking mixes. So I've got a donut mix here, a protein brownie, we've got some nice cream, vegan egg replacement, I've got this plant-based pork that I really wanted to try. So I left all those where I can see them so I can actually use them. And I've got all my little condiments here. I've got my vegan cashew, vegan smoky coconut bacon. I also recently picked up, which I haven't tried the bacon one yet. I've got this bacon seasoning if you want that little bit of extra smoke to, say, your pasta sauces or your eggs. And so happy to find this, everything but the bagel seasoning. I didn't think it existed here, but when I saw it, I grabbed it and I have utilized it to its potential. Then we have some unfinished products that don't have a home. We have some quite old really, and I probably should open them and see if they're okay. Fruit and nut snack bits, half opened pancake mix. Goji berries could probably go into a container. I've got some half finished low carb cookies and some pepero pocky sticks. So for now, that'll do. I think I can live with that section of nothingness. Goodbye, goodbye. Parting is such sweet sorrow. This is also unfortunately highlighted how much plastic waste we go through. This is only 1/10 of it. I've already thrown the rest out because I couldn't bear looking at it anymore, but quite sad really. It makes me realise perhaps I should start shopping at those bulk grocery stores that don't use any packaging. It just never stops around here. Hello? Hi.
Hi, this is my delivery car?
Yes. The fun never stops. The fun never stops. Hello, you've been such a good boy today. And he discovered macadamias for the first time. So that was really wonderful. He got to try some new things. Now, I'm going to sign off this portion of the video here. I will link anything that I featured or anything similar down below because I'm not sure if all of those things are available still, but you know me, I will always find something similar and link it for you in that description box. If you're interested in any of the snacks, perhaps I'll list a few down there as well because they're all currently available. We've got to go now and pick up the other children. You're so funny. Hope you enjoyed this segment of the video. I'm glad you gave me the encouragement to get it done because honestly, I didn't think I'd quite make it. Ooh. Okay, I better go. And that's all I have to say, frankly. What am I doing? What am I doing hanging around here? Guys, I know what it is. I'm hungry. That's what it is. I need to eat.